Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fantas-Fic, the wonderful show where we read fanfiction out loud and then talk about it.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. There's so much content out there. And there's first-degree content, which is written for media, and second-degree content, which is written about media. And there's a lot of second-round media content out there. We're gonna look at some of it.
You know, some of that secondhand content can be pretty good. And that's why we're here, to help people know about it so that they can read it or avoid it or enjoy it or whatever. Or maybe just get a taste from this and maybe that's all they need.
And, you know, some people may be wondering, why are we qualified to bring this content to you, to enlighten the people?
That's a good question. Why are we qualified?
Well, we're not, but that's fine. I don't know.
You don't need a license to own a podcast.
That's the beautiful thing.
But in my world, you would.
In a perfect world, there would be only perfect podcasts. So we're trying to get there with this perfect podcast concept.
Yeah. So, in this episode, this pilot episode, we will be reading a fan fiction for your enjoying audience. For your enjoyment, I guess. That's all I need to say. And, it'll be narrated by the two of us, and then we will be discussing it and what our thoughts are on it.
Yeah, so in general, the way this show's going to work is we're going to find some beautiful piece of art out there, we're going to read it out loud, and we're going to see where it brings us. Mentally, emotionally, physically, we're just going to see where it takes us, talk about it, give our thoughts, our 2 cents, and share it with you. Yeah.
Maybe it'll be funny. Maybe it'll be sad. Maybe it'll be just like genuinely good writing that you're like, wow, I didn't expect this. And that's what we're hoping for, is unexpected things.
Yeah.
And expected things, because this first one, we've read a lot.
That's true. This is a classic for us. We want to start with something near and dear to our hearts, titled Everyone's Not Dead. It'd Be Silly If Everyone Was Dead, by expert fanfiction author Winnebagels.
Yeah. It is a fanfiction about a YouTube gaming group called The Crew, who is mostly notable for one of their cast members being RageGamingVideos, who was somewhat popular as a Minecraft YouTuber back in the day and stuff.
Yeah.
They did other stuff. They did, importantly, Dota.
Impressive. Importantly, Dota, because we've put thousands of hours into it.
They importantly did a Q&A where they're like, I've been watching Attack on Titan lately.
Wow, so bold. How can they be
young
so
discerning
brave,
minds
yet
were
so
like,
controversial?
What's this Attack on Titan you say? Let me just go check that out and ruin my life.
Oh boy. I guess that might have been brave yet controversial back in the day, huh? What do you know? Anyway, they're famous to me for being in this fanfiction as someone who had never watched that content.
Yep.
So without further ado, here's our unabridged reading of Everyone's Not Dead. It'd Be Silly If Everyone Was Dead. Hollow and Rage are sitting atop a poorly made discount futon in Hollow's apartment in Leeds, England.
So now we're finally blood brothers.
What are you doing in my house? Why's my hand bleeding?
Wait, come on, man. Don't give me that. We're best friends.
What does that have to do with any of this?
Don't question it.
You're an asshole, Josh.
Ouch, man. Words hurt, you know?
Words hurt? You broke into my house while I was sleeping, drugged me, and then cut my hand open. That's what fucking hurts here.
Does the soon-to-be infected gash mean nothing to you? Being somebody's blood brother used to matter to people. Blood brothers used to stick together through thick and thin. Blood brothers used to be brothers made of blood and stuff, and fuck you, man.
No, fuck you. We're not fucking blood brothers. You don't even have a cut.
Yeah, well, knives are scary, and they make me squeamish. God, I thought a blood brother would know that about his own blood brother. Great fucking blood brother you are. I knew it should have picked Evans.
Fuck it, I'm making tea. Do you want anything before the police show up?
No, I'm good. I've just had a bag of crisps.
Suit yourself, then. Hey, wait, that was my bag of crisps.
Wait, why are you calling the police on me? Dude, that's not cool.
The television flashes red with the words, Emergency Broadcast, scrolling across the top and bottom of the screen. This just in. We are getting widespread reports of unidentified flying objects blacking out the skies above London. These objects appear to be of extraterrestrial origin. You are advised to stay in your homes until further notice. To prevent widespread panic and looting, we leave you now with these pictures of lol's cats on continuous loop. Go save the queen!
How long has Juke been a news anchor?
Aliens. Real, honest-to-God aliens.
I mean, he's got those silky tones. I just never expected anything to come of it.
Aliens! From outer space! Here to kill us and take over!
Good for him, then. I always thought he'd be a boxer with those legendary fire punches of his. Am I right, Hollow?
How's this even happening?
Hollow, come on, man. Get the reference. It was funny.
A flash of light streaks across the window. We should go now, Josh.
Go where? TV announcer Juke just told us to stay inside and watch lolcats.
Look, Josh, inside isn't safe anymore. I saw an explosion outside. We should try to go somewhere more secure. Maybe we could meet up with Fluke in London. It doesn't really matter. The point is that we have to get out of here. Now.
Yes, Kitty Daniel Day-Lewis. You can has an Oscar. You is so cute, Kitty Daniel Day-Lewis. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Oh, fuck it. Hollow slings Rage over his back and walks out the door.
Stop it, Hollow. You're gonna get blood on my favorite Rage Gaming t-shirt.
Another flash of light hits the roof of Hollow's apartment, caving it in.
It's one that has Rage Gaming written across the front of it.
Hollow takes the stairs 2 at a time, frantically approaching the door of his apartment building.
You know, the least you could do is apologize. It's like I'm talking to myself up here.
Hollow roughly tosses Rage off his back and underneath a nearby car, just as another flash of light engulfs the apartment building behind them in flames.
Ow. You fucking douche.
Hollow crawls under the car and punches Rage in the shoulder. Don't you ever call me that again, you cunt. Now where do we know that's safe?
Jesus, you're emotional.
Look, I told you before not to ever call me a douche. It hurts me, you know, on the insides.
Well, you hurt me, you prick. You know, on the outsides.
Oh, shut it, you big baby.
I think my shoulder's broken.
A flash of light vaporizes the 1993 Honda Civic parked in front of Hollow and Rage. Right, so we need to move again. I can see an open cellar about 6 blocks away. If we run, I think we can make it.
Do we really have to run? I've already been outside today, and that's a lot for me. Besides, I'm pretty sure we're fine here.
Are you fucking disabled? Did you not see that car in front of us just explode?
Come on, man, that was a Honda. Everyone knows Hondas are shit. The same thing would have happened if it'd been hit with a light breeze.
Are you being serious right now? You're a dingus, man. A fucking dingus.
I'm not.
R2?
D2.
That was so bad.
You're so bad.
I'm surprised. That actually resembled a comeback.
You're a comeback.
And it's gone. Loud metallic clanking can be heard coming from behind Hollow and Rage. It is accompanied by the rattle of a mounted machine gun. Shit, no more horsing around. Get up and run with me or I'll break your other shoulder. This could be our last chance.
Zigging and zagging?
Hooting and hollering.
Let's do this.
Hollow and Rage roll out from underneath the vehicle and start screaming at the top of their lungs. Hollow follows a straight line using the buildings as cover. Rage runs in circles like a headless chicken. Rage beats Hollow to the cellar door by a good minute and a half. What are we gonna do now, Josh? You have any ideas on how we're supposed to get past that thing up there?
Hollow, how many times do I have to tell you this? Call me Rage when we're in public.
Damn it, Josh. This is real life, not some stupid YouTube video.
Quiet down, man. What if some rage can hurt you?
Grow up, man. Because there's no one here but us two.
Hello? Is anyone there? Can you help? I need help. Please. See, Hollow? What did I tell you?
Yes, mate. We're down here in the shaft. Come quick.
Shaft. Thank you. How many of you are there?
There's just the two of us. Me and my friend Josh.
Hello. Oh, thank God. I'll be right there. Just give me one. Ah!
Fuck. He's dead. He's really dead.
And my secret identity dies with him.
That alien fucker's gonna pay for that. Hollow scans the room for anything useful. He finds a tank of gas, silly putty, a tire iron, and a single length of rope. I've got an idea.
Alright, but I'm keeping the silly putty.
Hollow opens the cellar door and sneaks back along the line of the building, swinging a lasso above his head.
Be careful, Hollow! There's a mech right next to you! You should try to sneak up on it so you don't die!
The alien mech rotates and locks onto Hollow. Shit. Hollow throws the tire iron at the face of the mech and ducks behind the cover of an overturned police cruiser. I swear if I ever get out of this, I'm going to find him and I am going to kill him. The mech's mounted machine gun whirs in anticipation.
Savenya!
Rage crashes into the back of the alien mech with a red and black 2013 Lotus Elise. Where'd this come from?
YouTube gave it to me for 250k subscribers, man. They've got to take care of the top talent.
Why didn't you mention this before you sent me out here to lasso an alien mech with machine guns for arms?
You seem pissy. Besides, that silly putty was fucking irritating.
Christ on a bicycle. I really need a tea after all this.
Jesus, man, you have a problem. After all this settles down, we're gonna stage an intervention.
To London?
To London.
Rage pushes the play button on his dashboard, causing "You've been watching Rage Gaming" to boom out of the car speakers. Hollow and Rage drive into the sunset, the burning ash that was once leads lying securely in the rearview mirror. Okay. So a lot of stuff goes down in this one. I love the idea of, like, using the fucking narrator dialogue, like, as a joke. Because that you see this in a ton of fanfiction where they bold out the narrator stuff, and it starts with, like, a flash of light streaks across the window, and that's just, like, a film direction. So you read that and you're thinking it's, like, stage directions or, like, reading a script. Like a fun cinematography thing. But it turns out that they're laser beams, and you can't really know it at first, and the laser beams start disintegrating stuff. And that was, like, the first moment reading this when I thought, wow, that was like kind of clever.
I can buy that, but I'm not entirely sure it was meant to be clever.
It very well might not be clever, and it could just be them forgetting that they have to explain what things are when you write.
But this is a real good death of the author moment, you know?
Yeah.
The author is dead, so it is good.
Look, all I'm saying is that this author mostly writes complete smut that is not good. So we should kill them so that we can put our own ideas on top of it.
Yeah, their last thing posted on this website is them saying, hey, they've been having a rough time, but they're back. And then they didn't post anything else. It's kind of sad.
And that's the whole story? Oh no.
And that was 2014.
Oh no. There's comments on this from, like, reviews from, like, 2015 and later. Like, this is hard-hitting stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I laughed harder than I should have at Kitty Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, the things like lolcats really hit you.
Oh, boy.
You've forgotten that they existed, and they were, like, the internet for a while. It was lolcats and YouTube poop, and now it's not. So you see them, and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I've forgotten this, and you laugh.
Man, that was a simpler time. Remember when YouTube wasn't, like, clickbait for kids?
Yeah.
Those were the days. Oof.
Remember when it wasn't reaction videos? It was bad videos that you yourself reacted to.
You had to react to your own videos, like, in the moment. Those were the days. I don't know. It was a better time when these YouTube groups were just, like, people that were making videos and decided to make them together instead of, like, companies that hire out accountants and editors and stuff.
Yeah. The classic, like,
YouTube got big.
The group of YouTubers gets a name, and then that name gets bought out by a real company, so they're now a company under a company under a company, right. And you're like, less of a community, more of a company.
Sometimes I see Smosh stuff these days, and it's just, like, crazy. You know, like, Smosh is, like, a mini SNL, pretty much, these days. But, like,
that is crazy.
Yeah. I think that Antony is... No, I think Ian is still there and Antony isn't or something. I don't know. But it was just, like, 2 people back in the day.
You remember Annoying Orange?
Yeah, I do. Remember you could have a concept for something to do and then make a video out of it?
That is, you know, like, the internet still works in that you can just, like, have your dumb idea, which is, like, a lot of fan fiction, and you just put it out there and people can see it, but it works so much better at that back before, like, all the algorithms were really well refined and whatnot. Yeah, so, like, someone could make Annoying Orange and you'd see it, whereas now if someone that had no subscribers had made something like that, it just goes up to no one.
Right. And they're, like... There's a lot of good content that happens to, like, people that are trying to make good content and just, like, most of the time the algorithms don't catch it. I think the best quality stuff on YouTube these days is, like, the skit and sketch comedy, like, stuff that hopefully one day gets popular. Like, Joel Haver's been making videos for years, and it's just now getting popular because people liked, like, the animation RPG stuff. So now his older videos, like, his sketch stuff is getting picked up. But, like, that's all great content that's been around for years that nobody knew about.
Yeah, it's one of those things. And then there's us. We're here.
Yeah, and if we're lucky, our friends will listen to it when we force them to.
Yep.
Yeah, but the point is that anyone can put stuff on the internet.
Anyone can cook.
Anyone.
A great chef can come from anywhere.
Not everyone is a great chef, but a great chef can come from anywhere. Oh my god, I almost watched Ratatouille the other day.
Sorry, what?
Ratatouille. It is a foreign ripoff in which there's a gourmet rat chef in Rio de Janeiro.
Oh my gosh, why didn't you watch this?
And the plot is that the rat and all his rat buds go around stealing food from professional kitchens. So it's not like I have to do this to feed my family. It's like I'm running a restaurant, but I get all my food from real places. And it's like 44 minutes of the worst CG. And I didn't watch it because it's on a list of bad movies that a friend and I are randomizing and watching, and we got The Indian in the Cupboard, which I thought would be a bigger joke than it was. But it turns out it's just like the type of inspirational, like, anti-racism film that they would show in school before they started making sports movies about that. Like, if they hadn't made, like, The Blind Side and fucking all that other hockey shit, I'm confident that I would have seen that in high school.
I remember reading that book. I don't remember that book much, other than there was, I think, a scene with a rat.
Not as good of a rat as Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. And to tie it back, though, man, Ratatouille is, it's a great example of when you make fanfiction and it's terrible, but still very, very entertaining.
Yeah, see, Ratatouille is entirely pro-fanfiction, right? Because the whole thing is that a great chef can come from anywhere, so you can come from, like, a crappy fanfiction to a great fanfiction to whatever. Exactly. But also, just, like, the way a lot of people can put down fanfiction is very much the critic. You know, the whole point of criticism is to introduce people to new and interesting things.
Right.
And it often becomes just putting down stuff, and it's very easy, and we've definitely done it a bit, to just be like, fanfiction is dumb and bad, because it is, but also we should say that, and we should try to find cool things and say why they're cool and elevate them.
Yeah, and look, I like to think, like, I really do believe in the anti-ego quote that, like, the average piece of garbage that a person makes is better than the review designating it so. It's a beautiful quote, because making anything is better than not making anything. And like I said, you know, that's a great point, Scott. Let's get back to talking about some of the great stuff about this fanfiction.
Yeah, like the homophobia.
Yeah, that one's rough. I gotta say, that one's rough. We had originally planned to read more of this. Who knows, maybe we will eventually, but there's definitely some light censoring we'd have to do. Oh boy.
Yeah. You know, those were different times back in 2013 or so. Yeah,
Yeah, we still had
maybe it wasn't okay then either. Maybe it's never been okay. Funny how that works.
Funny how
bigotry is very cringe.
Dude, bigotry's cringe, bro. It's funny how moral properties don't change over time. Anyway. But back to good things. That whole Blood Brothers bit, that's a classic right there.
Oh yeah. We have a story about that. Because of this, it's pretty great.
I mean, so we would this fanfiction's pretty important to us, because just like over the years, every so often we just like try to read through it and try to get as many people as we could together to do all the different voices, and it'd just be
which was usually us plus one person.
It was almost I don't think we ever had 4 people at once, but we on a couple different occasions did have 3 people, which was very neat. But we've read this first chapter especially many times because we would always try to start from the start, and Scott and I were playing RageGamingVideos like we did here, and they do the Blood Brothers bit at the start. So as we do, we started making the joke that we're Blood Brothers, and eventually came to the realization that, hey, why don't we just do that? Huh?
Yeah. So then we got out some knives and we cut ourselves, shook hands and all that. And now we're officially Blood Brothers.
Yeah. So now I tell everybody that I've got 4 brothers, even though 2 of them are in law and one of them was because of a handshake with fluids, and that works out. But
according to Norse law, it is legally binding.
Look,
if we go to Scandinavia, we can, I don't know, like, there's no, like, anything for brothers, right?
I don't think so. I also
it's not like if legal marriage, that matters, or legal parents or children, those matter. Brothers, sisters, no.
There's no listen, you guys, there's no tax benefit to siblings. So get rid of them.
Just get rid of them.
They are financially meaningless. Oh boy. But also I don't think the Scandinavian countries would take us. I'll be honest. It's very sad.
Yeah, probably.
Probably not.
I've got, quarter maybe? No, not a quarter. an 1/8% Swedish or something.
I mean, I've got a red beard. I could lie, but I don't think it would work too well.
I don't think they really care, but it's not like Israel. If you're related back to your mother long enough, you can go there. It's just, hey, you left, goodbye.
Oh boy, I don't know if I want the author of this to be British or not, because I can't I don't know if I want them to be forcing in all these things that they think British people do, or I don't even know if they say things like, "Oh, it's tea time," or shit in the Rage Gaming videos. But I hope that they don't say it in their videos, and that this guy isn't British, and that he's just putting in things that he thinks British people would do, because it's very funny.
Alright, well, as someone who vaguely remembers the Rage Gaming videos from back in the day, a lot of this is just, at least in the first chapter, is just, like, things that they would say on the videos. Like, they, let's do this is definitely, like, a thing that Rage would say. Okay. And, the whole reply chain of M0, M2, you're so bad, or that was so bad, you're so bad, is very much a RageHollow bit.
Remember back when you could call it a bit? Saying stuff like your face is dumb, because I used to be a super your face kind of guy, and I remember the comedy,
the bus in middle school.
Ooh, your face remembers the bus in middle school, because
yeah.
Oh look, comedy is experimental, and I've tried out a lot of things over the years, and we're past that. But oh boy, I don't know why I like this chapter so much, but I really do. I guess it's Stockholm.
It's probably Stockholm. The fact that it's got a real relationship, and also that we go back to it less often enough, or like infrequently enough. There's the word. That like the lolcats thing for me is literally a surprise every time because I've forgotten about it, and therefore it's funny.
Like I like the silly putty bit too, of just like a list of
I always forget about that. So
like
if I was reading this every day, I'd be like, why am I reading this every day? But I'm not.
I don't think there's anything that I could read every day and not be like, why am I reading this every day? I don't know if there's anything.
The newspaper. I always specifically read the newspaper from January 15th, 1987 every day.
It's not a new newspaper. That was the best day in news.
Yep.
It's been proven, so that's the news I'll read every day.
I really hope the front headline isn't something horrible for that day.
Okay, but what day do you remember what days?
June 15th, I think, 1987?
June 15th, 1987. News, I'll do like New York Times. This isn't gonna work. Why would this? Oh, it is gonna work. It was a Monday.
Oh, that's pretty bad right there.
That's not great. Let's see. Incredible. Save 20% on Ventuna.
Okay, well, as long as it's not like the first thing that happened was assassination of Gandhi 2.
It's not. Gandhi 2 is still alive. South Korean students ended their occupation of a Roman Catholic cathedral in return for a guarantee that they could return to their campuses.
That's interesting, I guess.
Damn. Well, old news is crazy. Farm subsidies have not decreased, government officials say. Instead, new laws have created entrepreneurs whose techniques drive subsidy costs even higher and dilute agricultural efficiency.
Alright, but to be clear, farm subsidies very much decreased in the 80s.
Yeah, but the news said that they didn't. You know the news.
Slow news day.
Slow news day. Oh boy. Anyway, let's see. Like, I don't know that I have many thoughts on this other than, like, if like this is, I think, all I could want from a fanfiction about real people is some dumb jokes that uses like the shit that they say.
Yeah, it's definitely meant to be for people that know them, because then you get that, oh, this is something they could say. This is sort of how it could be if they were in an alien invasion meme joke thing. And that's like the point of fanfiction, is it's for people that enjoy the thing and want to, like, well, I guess there's two types of fanfiction. There's the type of wanting to see the characters and things in new situations and wanting to like continue the story on your own. And this is they'll put them in new situations. Yeah. The fact that it works for you, even though you don't know it, is pretty cool, but probably just because of Stockholm's, like you said, and a real relationship, but just those couple jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good time.
It was a good time, and like it. I hope that some of the other stuff that we read also has this kind of relationship stuff with these back and forth dialogues, because that's a lot of fun to read.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, so vote in the comments what we read next.
Yeah, vote in the comments what fanfiction you want us to read next, and we'll do it. We'll be back later with that. We'll have a title.
Just to be clear, if anyone puts anything in the comments that is a fan fiction that's not horribly racist or something, we're definitely reading it.
Oh, yeah. If no matter what. Oh, boy. Yeah, we'll have more stuff worked out on what we want to do with this series as well later in terms of length and format, but, so this is our first take. And who knows, maybe one day when we're at episode 500, we'll go back to this chapter as a special series bonus.
Yeah, or maybe even episode 10, because that would be, like, our longest series, practically.
Hinamatsuri Weekly was 12 episodes.
Yeah, I think 2 of them don't really count.
That's fair. Anime Survivor might be longer, too, I don't know.
Maybe. I don't think so.
Either way, I'm Eric.
And I'm Scott.
And this was a podcast.